hurry. We're going to start.
Ooh,
Hurry.
Sorry, I'm late.
You're late. So you're always giving me a hard time about being late. And look who's late this time.
But I have a good excuse.
Okay, let's see.
Someone was asking me for directions, so I was helping someone. I was doing a good deed.
Yeah, but I think being on time for work is pretty important. Maybe you could just tell them to look at Google Maps and they can figure out how to get there.
Yeah, I think they were tourists and they didn't have Wi-Fi, so they were holding this map and it took longer than it should have because I'm not that great with directions either.
Okay, so you're not very good at directions. That was the problem, actually. So that's why you're late. So it's still your fault.
Sure, just blame everything on me.
Well, you're the one who's late. You can't blame me.
Okay.
All right, well, so we're still talking about time and being on time, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Norman and Kathy are rushing to get ready.
Hurry, we don't have all day.
Don't rush me. It takes time to put on makeup.
We have to be there at 7 o'clock sharp. If we're even a minute late, they'll give our table away.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to ABC Interactive English. I am Shane.
And I am Nina.
All right, well, I think it's time for us to start talking about time again.
Yes, being on time.
Oh, being on time.
Yeah, this time I was late.
Yeah.
But
well,
it doesn't happen often.
Okay, well, I think that people are going to be late all the time. It's difficult to always be on time,
That's
right?
true.
Okay, so in our conversation today, we have Norman and Kathy, and they are rushing to get ready. Okay, so they have somewhere they need to be, and they are rushing. What does it say if you're rushing? What does it mean to rush?
To rush, that means to hurry. You have to be
hurry.
quick.
Yeah, so if you're rushing to do something, that means that you're doing it in a hurry.
Yes.
So I think that's why Norman says, hurry, we don't have all day.
And Kathy says, don't rush me. It takes time to put on makeup.
Okay, so
Yes, never rush a girl when she is putting on makeup.
why does it take girls so long to put on makeup?
So first of all, putting on makeup is when we're putting an entire face on. So we have to put the base, we need to put concealer,
Concealer.
for the eye bags, we have to put eyeliner, lipstick, mascara. All of these things are makeup and we need to put them on our faces.
Ah, okay,
Yes.
so put on makeup.
Yes.
Put it on your face.
It takes a lot of time.
Yeah, so I've noticed, because I've been married a long time, and my wife is always rushing to get her makeup done when we need to be somewhere. We're trying to get somewhere on time, like maybe to meet some friends or have dinner. And it's always a rush for her to get her makeup on.
Yes, because boys don't have to worry about this, right? You
That's
just
true.
wake up, wash your face, get dressed, maybe do a little bit of styling on your hair. But that's it. With girls, it's a lot more complicated.
I guess boys need to be more understanding about this issue.
Or girls need to wake up a little bit earlier.
That's right, right?
Maybe a bit of both.
Yeah, okay, so we need a little bit of compromise.
Yes.
Okay, so Norman says, we have to be there at 7 o'clock sharp. If we're even a minute late, they'll give our table away.
I think he's overreacting.
Do you think he's exaggerating a little bit?
He is.
Because if you're going to a restaurant or something like that, I really don't think if you're just 1 minute late that they are going to give your table away.
Yeah, I don't think so. But usually it's a 10-minute rule. If you're 10 minutes late, then they will give your table away.
Okay, so you need to be there at, what time was it? 7 o'clock 7 o'clock sharp.
Yes, sharp. What is sharp?
So sharp, we know, like if you have a pin and
It's something pointy, right?
Something pointy that
Yeah.
So I think sharp here is really referring to the time.
Yes, it means precise.
Precise.
Exactly.
Exactly. So if we're looking at a clock and we're looking at the time, maybe the big hand will be on 12 to mean 7 o'clock sharp. The big hand will be right on the 12.
Yes, so 0 minutes.
So it's very accurate or precise.
Yes.
Right?
Or sharp can also mean a sudden or abrupt way, like
a sharp sound.
a sharp sound.
Yeah, it's like sound like
a sharp sound. Yeah.
Hmm?
That's an example.
Okay. All right, so he's afraid that they're going to be late.
What's late?
Late means, well, we're talking about time.
Yeah.
So if you're late for something, that means that you're not on time. You've gone over the time.
So you're basically what I was today.
Yeah, well, I think we're all late at times.
Yes.
It's hard to be on time for everything. So in general, are you the type of person who is on time to things?
Yes, I would say so. I think that when it comes to makeup, it does, fluctuate a little bit because sometimes you cannot tell how long it will take. But I'm usually on time. I'm not late. And it's annoying when people are over 15 minutes late, especially. Because I feel like they're not being considerate to other people.
To be honest, actually, in life, I know we were joking about being late and both of us being late, but in life, I actually like being early to things because I don't like the feeling of having to rush. When you're rushing all the time, you feel really nervous and you make mistakes, and sometimes you can cause trouble. Like if you're driving or even walking, if you're in a rush, you're not really thinking calmly and clearly, you can hurt somebody.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think it's good to be actually early to things, not just be on time, but be even early a little bit.
Yeah, and earlier is better than being late. Yeah.
For sure, right?
Yeah, my boyfriend always gets upset with me for rushing him. He says he hates being rushed. And I say, well, maybe you should start getting ready earlier.
Okay. All right, well, I think this is always going to be an issue between people, being on time and having to rush, but we all need to get along. Okay, let's take a break, and we'll see you in a little bit of time.
I don't think they're that strict. What time is it now?
It's 5:05, so we must leave in half an hour.
That's enough time.
No, it's not. Traffic is terrible at this time of day, and it's going to take ages to park the car.
Don't worry, we'll be there on time.
Welcome back, everybody. So we had Kathy taking a long time to put on her makeup.
And Norman was rushing her and being very dramatic about it.
Well, I mean, he doesn't want to be late, and they must have a dinner reservation at a restaurant. He's afraid that they're going to get there and their table is going to be given away to somebody else. So he's a little bit worried about that.
And he thinks that they'll give it away even if they're just 1 minute late.
Yeah, that's being a little bit dramatic.
Yeah,
it's probably not going to happen like that.
Yeah. So let's see what Kathy says.
Okay.
I don't think they're that strict. What time is it now?
Oh, okay. So she doesn't think that they're that strict. So when we're saying that somebody or something is strict, we're meaning that they really have to follow the rules?
Yes, they demand someone follow the rules.
So if you say your parents are very strict, that means that they have rules. And if you don't follow those rules, you're going to be in trouble.
Yes, usually there are consequences for someone that is strict. If you don't follow the rules, maybe something might happen.
My parents were pretty strict when I was growing up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. For example, one rule is that if you leave the room, you have to turn off the light. And if I didn't turn off the light when I left the room, they would take money away from my allowance.
Oh.
So I would get an allowance of money each week, And they would just take some money away if I forgot to turn off the light.
Interesting. You had an allowance?
Yeah.
Yeah, my parents had a stick. So
Wow. So if you forgot to turn off the light, they will hit you? Oh, sorry.
Just like you did, yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's what it says if you're strict, right?
Yes.
So he's afraid they're very strict there. So they're going to give away the table, right? So she says, what time is it now? He says, it's 5:05. Okay, so 5:05?
O? The letter O?
Yeah, because the letter O also looks like a number.
Yes, 0, right?
0. So when you say it's 5:05 or 3:03, what you mean is O here means 0. So it's like saying 5:05.
Yes, so
5
o'clock and 5 minutes.
In 5 minutes, right? So 5 o'clock and 5 minutes. So it's 5 minutes after 5, right?
Yes.
It's 5:05, so we must leave in half an hour.
Oh, that restaurant must be very far.
Yeah, it sounds like it. It's 7 o'clock reservation,
Yeah.
and they have to leave by 5:35.
35. So it's almost 1 hour.
1.5 hours to get there. Wow, where is this? In like Taitung or something?
Or maybe they're in America because everything is so far away there.
That's a good point. So we have another vocabulary word here, leave. This is a verb.
Leave this room, Shane.
Okay, bye-bye.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, you're
Come
just
back,
kidding?
come back,
Okay.
yes.
So if you tell somebody to leave, or
They move from like what you just did now.
the place where I am at now, and I leave from there means that I go away from that spot to somewhere
Yes.
else, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to leave now because you told me
No,
to.
I was kidding. Please sit down.
Okay,
Stay.
wow, your hands are so cold.
It's kind of cold today.
Okay, so what does Kathy say?
Kathy says, that's enough time. Obviously, 1.5 hours almost.
Unless this place is really, really far. Okay, let's see what Norman says. No, it's not. Traffic is terrible at this time of day. And it's going to take ages to park the car.
Ages.
Ages. So if you say ages, you mean like, it's almost like saying years, just a long, long time.
Yes, a long time.
Okay, so at this time of the day, maybe it's like
After work?
Yeah, maybe it's the time when people are getting off of work because it's in the evening. We know that. So it's the time when people are getting off work. So traffic is terrible.
That means there are a lot of cars on the road, right?
Yeah, so when traffic, we're talking about traffic. Traffic is just the cars and the vehicles that are
Scooters.
Yeah, they're on the road. So we're just talking about those things. That's traffic. But usually what we mean is how many cars, how many scooters are on the road, and how easy or difficult is it to get from point A to point B. So if there's a lot of traffic or heavy traffic, that means there's a lot of cars and vehicles on the road.
Yes, and usually when you get to a place, you need to park, right?
That's right.
Yeah, so park is a verb. It means to put a vehicle in a place where it can stay for a while.
Okay,
Yeah, so usually when you leave it.
All right, so I remember you were a little bit late today because you had to park your scooter.
Yes, but to my defense, there are no parking spots around here.
It's really true. It's very difficult to find a parking spot in Taipei.
Yes, especially this area because it's so cramped.
Yes.
Many vehicles, many scooters, and I had to park inside a little alley. So fingers crossed I won't get a ticket.
Okay, so the last line, so we know Norman's really worried, but what does Kathy say?
Don't worry, we'll be there on time.
Okay, so
What's on time?
So on time for theirs, for dinner, should be there at 7 o'clock?
Yeah.
Is that what the time was?
Yes.
So you should be there on time means at 7 o'clock,
Yeah.
right?
No problem.
So she doesn't think they're going to be late. She thinks they're going to be on time. And he's probably just a little bit worried because he knows if he doesn't rush her, then they might actually really leave even later.
Yeah, that's true though. Sometimes you need a little bit of that push to rush someone.
Yeah, and if you're driving, it's more safe if you're not in a rush.
Exactly.
Right? Okay, well, that's all the time we have to talk about time.
Yes, we've run out of time to talk about time.
Yeah, so now we need to go rush to go do something else.
Yes.
All right, so if you need to rush, be careful, okay? All right, see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Norman and Kathy are rushing to get ready.
Hurry, we don't have all day.
Don't rush me. It takes time to put on makeup.
We have to be there at 7 o'clock sharp. If we're even a minute late, they'll give our table away.
I don't think they're that strict. What time is it now?
It's 5:05, so we must leave in half an hour.
That's enough time.
No, it's not. Traffic is terrible at this time of day, and it's going to take ages to park the car.
Don't worry. We'll be there on time.
Hello， 我是维尼。我们来看一下今天要介绍哪些单字跟用语给大家。文章一开始就说到 Norman 跟 Kathy 在赶时间 ，They are rushing to get ready。Rush 动词，仓促的做事或是催促。教大家一个很常用的说法 ，No need to rush, take your time， 不要急，慢慢来。接着是 Norman 说 We have to be there at 7 o'clock sharp。Sharp 呢是副词，准时的。隔天要一大早搭火车出去玩，提醒大家不要迟到。你可以说 The train leaves at 7 a.m. sharp. Don't be late. 火车7点准时出发哦，别迟到。那 late 呢，副词，迟的或是晚的，这个大家应该都很熟悉了。I was 5 minutes late for class. 我上课迟到了5分钟。接着是 traffic， 它是名词，是交通或者是流量。那 heavy traffic 就是车流量很大 ，traffic jam 就是塞车。I like to avoid the traffic and take another route. Avoid 呢是动词，避免 ；route 呢是名词，是路线。我喜欢走其他路线，避开车潮。接着今天的用语一起来看一下。第一个 put on makeup 化妆，那 makeup 呢是不可数的名词，就是化妆品。Let's put on makeup for tonight's event. Event 是名词，是活动。为了今晚的活动，我们来化个妆吧。再来是 give away， 把某物让给或是赠予给别人，它是可分动词片语。She gave away all her old clothes. 她把她的旧衣服都送人了。最后呢是 take ages， 花很久时间。那复数 ages 表示很久的时间，大家应该都有过这个经验吧？写功课写到很头大，你可以说 It took me ages to finally finish my homework。我写超久才终于把我的作业写好。Alright, here we are at the end of our session. I'll see you guys soon.
Xiaoyeliu Scenic Area is a seaside park in Taitung County. The area is famous for the many rock patterns. Unusual shapes have been formed from the sandstone rocks in the area. Visitors can see many kinds of rocks here. The Xiaoyeliu Visitor Center has a rock exhibition hall. It shows the many rocks found in the area. Xiaoyeliu is a great place to see the special coastline of southeast Taiwan.
See you next time!